watch it. Stage, I make it. Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. Off we go from Santa Clara. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return.
At their own 40-yard line.
We'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Great. Set.
On play action, Hurts. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's intercepted. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. And he's going to bring this one back. Less than a minute into the game. It's a pick six and an early touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Mike, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Niners 7, Eagles nothing. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
2nd and 12.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up 3rd down.
Really nice job there of not only tracking the ball, but then putting yourself in position to make the play. And that's step 1. I promise you step 2 on that sideline. His secondary coach is saying, hey, next time you can get your hand on the ball, let's try to come away with that takeaway.
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. Lamarck is a couple of yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Hurts. One caught by Smith. And he's going to have the Eagles' 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hurts working in the pistol. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he will go all the way. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Yellow. Get set. Yellow. Yellow.
They'll throw to begin with Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. They're getting behind the blockers. Get forward for a pickup of 3. Nolan Smith makes the tackle.
4 brings up third and 4.
Third and short. Purdy. Throw, left side, complete to Pearson. Set to go now on first and 10.
On the play. And the 49er first down.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. On the run to the right. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Jawan Jennings was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Yellow. Get set. Yellow. Yellow.
On third down, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it's going to be fourth down.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth where the receiver's saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me.
Oh, trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
Set. 180. Delta.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. They've got it with second down and 13 in front of them.
Delta set. 180.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That'll be intercepted. He works free. Right side.
As bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play? And then the play after that. Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the 49ers will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Very set. Anyway, up.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Open man downfield is Smith. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Great.
Here's Hurts. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman to get out to lead the way.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 15. At the 49ers' 49-yard line.
On 2nd down, Hurts. A diving effort there, just out of his reach. Incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
Great. Set. Anyway, up.
3rd and long for Hurts. He's got this complete. That's Smith. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
22-yard line.
1st and 10.
No touch it. Anyway, up. No touch.
To the air again. Hurts. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Again, Hurts. That one just too far. Out in front, and it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be.
That is caught. What a throw. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
He'll come across the 20 and taken down.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Get set. 18.
They'll start with an option play. And now he loses the football. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. Elliott on now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Eagles have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now.
Yellow.
They'll start from the 24.
Yellow. 53. Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 14 yards. Give him 14 on that play. One play, one first down.
First and 10 at
So
the
from the
39
39, they come up on first and 10. Now Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
It's a pickup of 6.
The Niners use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Outside. 22. Watch out. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Here's Purdy. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Here's a third down and 4.
Get set. It's yellow. 22. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And he puts his head down and he picks up the first down.
7-yard gain. And the 49er first down.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Yellow. Yellow.
Purdy gonna put it up again. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver.
Now second and 10.
And it'll bring up second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You could chalk that one up as a win defensively.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Out. Yellow. Yellow. 22. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
They'll throw again with Purdy. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And he will have a first down, and they're into field goal range now at the 30. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Get set. Get set. Run around up. Yellow. Yellow. Up.
Back to the air again is Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the Eagles' 22-yard line.
Yellow.
Again in the air for Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds and stop the clock as well.
49ers.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Throwing again is Purdy. That is caught. And the Niners going to be set up with first and goal as play moves them down to the 1.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Get set. Get set. Hot.
Throwing again is Purdy. It is dropped in the end zone. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, 49ers.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. And they'll up in that landing zone. The ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Great. Set.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jason Pitta. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott to kick
Could
off
not
for
ask for
Philadelphia.
more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Here comes a return from the 5. Good return as he takes it
Isaac
across
Guerrero
the 30.
on the return. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
We'll start out here with an option to the left. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And it's a touchdown saving tackle as he got this down inside the 5-yard line. It's a big run by Robinson. And even 50 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal.
Get set. Up.
Now the pitch comes to McCaffrey. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
That's up. 18. Watch out. Yellow. Up.
Again, it'll be McCaffrey. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's off.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their backs against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown. 49ers. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the 2nd half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this 2nd half started. So now after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
No touchdown. 180, 180. No touchdown.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a first
It's a
down.
gain of 20.
No touchdown.
First down, Philadelphia.
Miami. No touchdown.
On a run up the middle with Barkley. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Great. Set. 180, 180. No touchdown.
To throw is Hurts. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
A gain of 11 brings up 3rd and 4.
No touchdown.
Now Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
Great. Set. 180, 180.
Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
2nd and 11.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Great. Set. 180, 180.
will try it again. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by their rookie corner. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7.
Intercepted.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Outside.
They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
At the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Get set. Get set.
Again, it's McCaffrey. And this will wind up a Niners 1st down as he'll get this one up to the 19-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Loss of a yard.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that.
Yellow. Get set. Get set. Yellow. Line around up. Yellow. Up.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed to his right. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Carter. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The offense trying to extend the lead, but the defense, not only the takeaway, but Greg, the pick 6, and they can tie this thing up.
Yeah, and this game has been in the balance the entire way, and now for this defense to come up with this pick 6, they've got a decision to make now, finding themselves down by 1 here in the 2nd half.
Big play for the Eagles as they will try for 2.
The Eagles will set up for the
A shotgun snap now. That is caught, and he's not going to get there. They stop him short, and this remains a 1-point game. A 1-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
All right, good effort. It just doesn't work out, but it's not over. Remember, they still got 2 timeouts in their back pocket. They've got to use them quickly. They've got to get 3 stops, force a punt, and see what happens when the offense gets the ball.
Outside. 18.
Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
That's taken in by Jennings. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down and 1.
Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Needing a yard, they throw with Purdy. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And the defense will stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Outside. 18. What's up? Up.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to McCaffrey. And he will be taken down. We'll see. They want to use those timeouts. But this one is about
It's
done.
now second and 6 at the
Here's
Eagles'
second and
33-yard
6.
line.
Get set. Get set. Up.
They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
And a timeout comes. The whistle blows with 3 seconds remaining on the clock. So, here's Eddie Pinheiro in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's first and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. He's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Okay, if that first play is in the indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38. Prescott on first and 10. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
8 yards on the
We
pick.
get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Give him 5 on the play. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
That's good for a Cowboys First down.
47.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Dallas.
Another run for Williams. We have him gain about a handful there. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
On second down, a run with Williams. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So Brock, that means third down coming up.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Prescott takes off with it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. That'll be good for Dallas. First down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Yeah! Here we go! Line 8!
First down, here's Dak. Near the goal line. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it first and goal.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Yeah, here we go! Right to line 8! What do you think?
Williams has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now second and goal.
Pick up the 2. Brings up second and goal. At the 2.
1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. Time for our second quarter now. Let's see if the Cowboys can capitalize here in the red zone. They go to him again. And the defense keeps holding him. He's stuffed at the 3. The makings of a goal line stand here. No gain on the run, and now it's third and goal.
Third and goal.
Yeah, here we go! Right to
They'll look to run with Williams. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Cowboys get the game's first points here in the second. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as frequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are perfect 1-for-1.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Operating now to kick this one away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Good. Set. 180. Kyle left, Yanni.
Right to the air. It's Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 34-yard line.
73.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. And goes to the hurry up here.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
It's on first down. That's caught by A.J. Brown. He picks up 15 on the play. That'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
On first down, Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. And he's going to score. Pick 6 for Dallas. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, and the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers. And he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Shipley now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
On the return, the Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Hurts back to the air after the pick. Connects on the crosser. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Absolutely fires this one right side. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Cowboys get it back as he intercepts it for the 2nd time this game. That deficit, that's not...